We've done a lot of content recently on why it would be bad for Donald Trump to be back in the White House. First of all, there's America's commitments to NATO. Would Trump actually follow through if, shall we say, a NATO country was attacked? He's already publicly said NATO is dead, and Europe, we ain't coming to your defense, which also tees up problems for Ukraine. Certainly, any future or further funding from the US, I don't think Donald Trump is going to allow or is going to cause constant troubles if Congress tries to aid Ukraine in ways that they can do that we've seen in the past. At the moment, Congress is trying to put a new bill for aid to Ukraine, and Donald Trump is currently trying to tee up moves to try and stop it. So, Ukraine, another problem point there. You've got plenty of other issues that Donald Trump is just not going to be very good at, to be honest, if he were to have another term. And of course, we've now got the new infamous quote of, "Oh, don't worry, I'll just be dictator for a day." Yes, because history has shown, I don't know, the many examples of the dictators who just took power for a day and then gave it back. Yeah, yeah, history's full of examples of those, isn't it? But um, out of nowhere, of course, comes Boris Johnson, who says this would be exactly what the world needs right now. Is Donald Trump back in the White House? So we're gonna go read over some of Boris's little quotes that he's put out about old Trumpy being back in the White House. But before we do go into that, please do remember to click on the like, share, and subscribe button. And of course, as always, thank you very much to all the people who do help and support the channel. Whether you click the like, whether you click the share button, if you are new, click the subscribe button, and of course, down below there's the YouTube thank you button, and of course the Pony Club as well. So, what has Boris Johnson had to say about this? Well, of course, you all know Johnson's got his weekly Daily Mail column in which he says that Trump would back Ukraine in its war against Russia, which he said would be a big win for the world. Well, hold on. We've only just opened with this video with the fact that Donald Trump recently and is at the moment stepping up frustrations to try and stop aid going to Ukraine. And that somehow he also continues that this is going to be a good relationship with Russia, that Trump will somehow improve the relations with Putin, and somehow Putin won't decide that he wants to occupy and subdue all of Ukraine. You know but anyway, gets worse because he also said, "I simply cannot believe that Trump will ditch the Ukrainians. On the contrary, having worked out, as he surely has, that there is no deal to be done with Putin, I reckon there is a good chance that he will double down and finish what he started by giving them what they need to win. If that is the case, then there is every chance under Trump that the West will be stronger and the world more stable." Yes. Um, just remember, Donald Trump, I'd like to remind you, has a plan. He constantly says, whenever this comes up, he has the perfect plan that he can stop instantly this war in 24 hours. Like, that's how quickly, apparently, Donald Trump being in the White House could just end the war in Ukraine in 24 hours. What's he going to do? What is this amazing plan that he's going to do it in 24 hours, that he's going to enact, that would end this war? Well, nothing, because he never says. He just says, oh, I can end this war in 24 hours. That's it. That's all he ever says. Bear in mind, this is exactly the same type of rhetoric I have a go at for Jeremy Corbyn recently, where he just says, oh, Ukraine should just have a ceasefire and go for peace. How? How do you do that? Exactly. How do you with Trump just say, oh, I can end this in 24 hours? It's easy. And I do love the fact that we do have to prepare, as any country should, prepare for the possibility that Trump might win. Now, I will say this: I think this all comes down to turnout, because if Democrat voters don't turn out, there'll be less Democrat votes, which will, of course, let Trump win. If independents don't turn out to vote against Trump, Trump will win. So there is a lot, a lot of turnout issues, because you've already got people in the US saying, "Oh, Biden's been really bad. Biden's been really bad. He hasn't really improved the economy." Biden has improved the economy. He's done a lot on workers' rights, on in that area. He did pull out of Afghanistan as well. You can, criticize, what happened in the aftermath, but numerous presidents have been promising to pull out of Afghanistan, including Trump. Biden actually did it. So there are criticisms you can bring against Biden, but all in all, he has been, I think, far better than I think people think. And to be honest, I'm not going to lie, if these people were in the UK, these people would right now be saying, Starmer's a Tory, or their policies are just exactly the same, without explaining what Labour policies are and why they are the exact same as the Tories. But it's okay. They're all joining the Green Party at the moment, and they're going to get I think things are going to get very spicy in the Green Party in the coming weeks. But back to this. So yeah, this whole thing, we may even, to be honest, go over the whole article at some point. I think it might be worth it at some point. But he also said that the global wokerati would also fear Trump's victory, saying that in the cocktail parties of Davos, I am told, the global wokerati have been trembling so violently that you could hear the ice tilting in their nigron, what I don't know how you say it, some champagne, whatever thing. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's just so ridiculous. Honestly, we are worried about Trump because of the things that he said, especially about when it comes to abandoning allies. Trump did that in his last presidency. He has a history of it, saying that he's going to abandon Europe, going to abandon NATO, going to abandon Ukraine. There's worries now, of course, about South Korea. What would happen there? All kinds of things. Not only to say what's going on, of course, in Palestine as well. How would Trump handle that? I don't think he would handle it very well at all. And yet, Johnson, oh, don't worry, this will be great. Why? Because Trump has said that he's interested in a proper free trade deal with Britain. Yeah, never going to happen. Never going to happen, because the Democrats on the Ways and Means Committee, which are the ultimate ones responsible if a trade deal is passed or not, are going to say no because of everything that's going on in Northern Ireland at the moment. So, just but yeah, it is a worry. It really is. I am worried about Donald Trump being reelected. Please, please, America, don't reelect Donald Trump. It will be bad. We'll have for God knows awful years of Trump in office again. Um, and yeah, he's going to make a lot of bad situations even worse. And a lot of people are going to be feeling awfully empowered because they know Trump's in charge. They know Trump's in office. They can suddenly get away with a lot of stuff. So yeah, it's worrying. I'm not going to lie, but to say that Johnson somehow wants Trump back in the White House because it's what the world needs. Oh no. If anything, we need the exact opposite desperately. But as always, thank you very much for watching. And of course, as always, we'll see you all next time.